Hello everyone, welcome to video lecture series of Communication Engineering. Today's topic is demodulation of VSP. VSP is vestigial sideband. So in this video I am going to explain you how demodulation is being done for vestigial sideband suppressed carrier to get the original signal back. Let us begin. Before starting with the demodulation, just to revise what is vestigial sideband. See, vestigial sideband modulation, it is a process where a part of signal which is known as vestige is modulated along with one of the sideband. Like along with the upper sideband, some of the portion of lower sideband is also transmitted. That is the vestigial sideband transmission. Here there are certain advantages, like there is a designing of filter, and the designing of filter can be done in a very easily manner because the constraints on the filters have been relaxed. Like along with one sideband, certain portion of other sideband is also being allowed to transmit. It shows good phase characteristics, and at the same time there is a reduction in bandwidth in comparison to the double sideband suppressed carrier. You can draw the spectrum of message signal and the vestigial sideband signal also. Here number 1, this is the spectrum of the message signal, you are very well aware. Here you can observe in the diagram number 2, this is the spectrum of the vestigial sideband, and here in this particular frequency spectrum you can see upper sideband is transmitted as it is, and some of the portion of the lower sideband which is modified into the vestigial sideband, that is also being transmitted. At the same time, you can also calculate the bandwidth required for the vestigial sideband. So bandwidth required for VSP-SC signal is what? FM plus FV, where FM is the message bandwidth and FB is the width of the vestigial sideband. So you can say bandwidth required for vestigial sideband is less than double sideband suppressed carrier, but it is greater than the single sideband suppressed carrier. Now let us discuss the process of the demodulation. How demodulation of vestigial sideband suppressed carrier signal is being done. To start with, you have to draw the block diagram and you need to understand it. There is a product modulator. The inputs to the product modulator is number 1 is the vestigial sideband signal, which is the modulated one. This is represented by ST. And second is the carrier signal, which is represented by CT. And the same carrier signal needs to be taken which was taken in the case of the generation. That is why it is known as a coherent. Output of the product modulator, which is denoted by VT, this is being passed through the low pass filter, and at the output we are getting V0T, means we are getting the original signal or the message signal or the baseband signal. So after passing it with the low pass filter, you will be able to get it. So demodulation, you can say this is a very similar to the demodulation of the SSB-SC, and same carrier signal is being used to detect the message signal. You must remember it, and this particular process of detection is known as a coherent or synchronous detection, right? So for the mathematical analysis, let us write the equations. If VSP-SC signal is denoted by ST, which is being shown over here, and the carrier signal is written as AC cos 2 pi FCT, which is denoted by CT, and these two signals are applied to the product modulator. So first you need to calculate what is the output of product modulator. The output of product modulator, which is VT, that is the sum of VSP-SC signal and the carrier signal, that can be written as what? Product of ST into CT. So you can write it as AC cos 2 pi FCT, which is CT into ST. Now we need to take the Fourier transform. So apply Fourier transform to both the sides. So this time domain will be converted into the frequency, and you will be able to write down VF. So you can get VF is what? AC upon 2 S F minus FC plus S of F plus FC. Here you can see in this particular equation there are two terms of f minus fc and f plus fc. So you have to calculate the values of these terms in a later stage. At the same time, you know what is SF? SF you can write down from this particular equation. We have written this equation at the time of the generation of VSPSA signal also. How the message signal is multiplied with the carrier signal, then take the frequency transform. So we have taken the equation from there. Now you have to utilize this equation number 1. Then you need to calculate the values of this term. Term A, which is S of f minus fc, term B, which is f plus fc, and then you have to substitute the values in equation for calculating the value Vf. So proceeding further, utilizing this, now calculating the values of these two terms. So first calculating the value of S of f minus fc. So substitute the f minus fc in place of f and then simplify it. You will be getting what is S of f minus fc, AC by 2 m f minus 2 fc plus m of f into h of f minus fc. Just you have replaced the term f with f minus fc. This is what you have obtained over here. Next you have to calculate the value of this term. It means in the above equation of SF you have to replace f with f plus fc and simplify it. So when you are substituting f plus fc in place of f and simplifying it, you are getting S of f plus fc, which is AC upon 2 mf plus m f plus 2 fc into h of f plus fc. So now you are able to calculate the values of these two terms. What is the next step? We have to substitute these two values in equation of Vf. So substitute these two values in the equation of Vf. Just we are substituting the values. Now you need to simplify these terms and you have to rearrange also. Just multiply the terms, expand this particular equation and then simplify it. So simplifying that particular equation and rearranging the terms, we can write, just we are rearranging the terms in a manner. First we are going to write about the terms for the MF. So this is nothing but AC square upon 4 MF in bracket h of f minus fc plus h of f plus fc, and the remaining terms you have written as it is. So if you observe very carefully this particular equation, which is the equation number 4, you can say here the first term is what? This is MF, message signal in the frequency domain, and along with it you are getting the lower sideband component, upper sideband component. So this first term, this is nothing but the scaled version of the desired message signal. This first term I am talking about, and this is the second term. So first term is the scaled version of the desired message signal frequency spectrum, and when this overall term, it is being passed through a low pass filter, then at the output of the low pass filter we will be getting the term 1. It means the output of low pass filter, which is written by V0, that can be written as what? V0 f, which is equal to AC square upon 4 MF HF minus FC plus H of F plus FC. This is what our requirement means, how we are getting the original message signal back. So during the demodulation, at each and every step you need to write down what you are getting and how it can be represented mathematically. Thank you so much for watching this video.